Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know things look a little different right now, and I'm sure you noticed that I have a new model and scenery change. It's been a minute, I've been really busy, and I'm really happy to come back, and I'm coming back with something funny, and I'm really excited. Today, we are going to be playing a game called How to Break Up with Your Yandere Boyfriend. I'm pretty excited to see how this is gonna go. Yeah. Let's get into the video now. Okay. I'm gonna type in my username. It's gonna be Pixel. Okay. Hey Pixel. The sound of your name jolts you back to reality. Oh, does it now? You blink, realizing you've been staring blankly at your open computer screen for who knows how long, doing absolutely nothing. Your gaze drifts back to the clock on the wall, still office hours, before shifting to the person who called your name. It's your coworker, the one you've been working closely with for a while now. Unlike the person she replaced, the two of you get along surprisingly well. For a moment, you just stare blankly at the files she's extended towards you. They need some last-minute changes before sending them to the client. Something about increasing the font size by a point. She mimics your boss's mannerisms perfectly, coaxing a faint smile from you. As you take the files, your fingers instinctively return to the keyboard, tapping out the same monotonous rhythms as always. You still haven't talked to him, have you? A few people pass by your desk, arguing loudly, but you keep your eyes fixated on the screen and mutter, "Not yet." How much longer are you going to delay this? It won't change anything. I know. Your coworker takes a sip from her mug without lifting your hands from the keyboard, then grimaces. Thanks to your boss dragging out the meeting, the coffee's gone ice cold. You can't keep doing this. Weren't you dead set on telling him last night? You roll your eyes dramatically and exhale, knowing full well she won't see it. I tried, but in the middle of our video call, his dog's suddenly starting throwing up. How was I supposed to drop a breakup on him like that? I'm not heartless. Was it serious? You tried to recall the last message your boyfriend sent you this morning. I think she swallowed something or had an allergic reaction. Either way, I'm sure she's fine now. Soren took her to the vet this morning. Perfect opportunity. Call him somewhere after work and talk. But Soren would never leave his dog alone like that. He's crazy attached to her. It'll only take it half an hour. No way! How am I supposed to explain why I'm breaking up with him in a half hour? Impossible. Girl, I believe you. Yeah, I make everything so complicated. I'm like, listen, it's you, but it's also not you, but it actually really is you. Does that make sense? I'm sure the girlies know. People break up with a single text these days. That's way too harsh. Besides, he'll never accept it. Your coworker suddenly stops typing and turns to you confused. You don't need him to accept it. Just tell him you don't feel the same anymore. Unless that's actually not the case. Your fingers freeze mid-type. Of course it is! Girl, I don't believe you. I think, personally, I think you still attached to homie. Alright, don't get mad, but if you're so sure about breaking up, why keep delaying it? You swallow hard before answering, as if you've been asking yourself the same thing. Of course, this isn't some kind of question you can resolve in the middle of a workday, mid-conversation with a coworker. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not as good at breaking hearts as you are. See? More excuses. Maybe you should reconsider. You might regret it later. No, I have to end it. Like I said, my feelings have changed. I know how good he is to me, how devoted he is, but I can't return it. That's a valid reason. That's a valid reason for a breakup. Lately, I've been thinking about my ex.
Oh.
Girl, say what? Ooh, defensive now. Your voice raises slightly. Not that I want him back, it's just things were so different with him. Maybe Soren and I aren't right for each other. To your surprise, your coworker nods. That's fair. I'm sure he'll be happier with someone else too. You're right. I'll tell him today, and this time I mean it. And then the files on your desk tremble slightly, startling you. It takes you a second to realize it's just your phone vibrating beneath them, but the moment you see his name flashing on the screen, an odd tension coils in your chest. Does he have me bugged? Am I bugged? Am I bugged? Your eyes dart to your coworkers. It's him. Unlike you, she looks almost excited, nudging you towards the phone. Perfect timing! Check what he wrote. Angry voice.
Whose printout is this? It got mixed up with mine!
Someone's grumbling by the printer, and your coworker jumps in a hurry. Left alone, you hesitate. A part of you dreads whatever new complication this message might bring. Something that could unravel your resolve. Your finger hovers before finally tapping the screen. You exhale sharply, leaning back in your chair and closing your eyes. Waiting for the results, they said she ate something she shouldn't have. Hey love, we finished early at the vet, so I went shopping. Got those ribs you love, cooking a special dinner tonight, just the two of us? What do you say? Girl, why are you leaving him? He's good to you. Your coworker rushes back, papers in hand. What did he say? You glance around the office, making sure no one's paying attention, then show her the message. This is great. All you have to do is go and then explain things as kindly as possible. From what I remember at the company dinner, Soren seemed like a very reasonable, kind guy. You'll end things clean, no drama. You have no doubt Soren is reasonable, level-headed, even. And yet, the thought of having that conversation stirs a unacceptable unease in you. Maybe that's part of why you won't want to leave. Compared to your ex, no, you can't make that comparison yet, not until this is over. With a quick tap of the keyboard, you reply, "Of course, I'll be there." The rest of the workday passes in a hectic blur, yet somehow faster than you expected. By the time you're packing up and chatting with coworkers on your way out, you realize you're in the best mood you've ever been in for days. Oh, so she really wants to leave. Okay. Your coworker flashes you a knowing smile before parting ways. Don't forget to text me updates. I'll be waiting. Okay, girl. But the moment dinner crosses your mind, all your anxieties come crashing back down like a weight on your shoulders. You freeze mid-sidewalk, earning a few annoyed bumps from a passerby. Oh, right. See ya. Since you need to stop by your place, you hurry into the crowded metro and pull out your phone, only to find bad news waiting. We notice you haven't picked up your dress yet. It's freshly cleaned and waiting for you at Suds and Suds. Don't forget to stop by our hours, 7 to 8 p.m. No, Soren hasn't canceled. Worse, you've completely forgot to pick up your dress from the dry cleaners at your best friend's birthday tomorrow. Your stomach drops as you reread the reminder text, double checking the shop's address and hours. The dry cleaner is the exact opposite direction of Soren's place. If you go now, you'll definitely be late for dinner. Your other options skip the party entirely. With tomorrow's big client meeting, your boss won't give you even an hour's break, and you can't exactly show up to your friend's fancy venue in some random outfit. I'm going to swing by the dry cleaners, because it doesn't matter if we're gonna be late to dinner, if we're gonna break up with him. Okay, so I'm gonna swing by the dry cleaners, because we might be late, he might get a little inky, but it's okay. But at least we have the dress for our best friend's birthday party. The weight of the impending conversation with Soren already presses down on you, but right now, more than anything, you need this. An event with friends, a chance to breathe. You owe yourself that small mercy. Besides, Mia isn't just any friend. She's your childhood she's your childhood friend. You could never abandon her on her birthday. You hop off the metro and power walk to the dry cleaners, arriving just before closing time. As you clutch the freshly cleaned dress and step back onto the street, a wave of relief washes over you. Tomorrow's party will be perfect. You'll laugh, you'll forget, and you'll live. But then it hits you. You need to text Soren. Say running a bit late, something urgent came up after work. A pang of guilt stabs your chest as you hit send. You should explain, but how? Hope that's okay. He doesn't even know about the party or the breakup, and now is definitely not the time. His reply pings instantly. No worries, babe. Don't rush, be careful. I can come and pick you up if you like. A message conjures a memory. Your last night out together, rushing downstairs in heels, once napping mid-step. You nearly tumbled head first if he hadn't catched you. You buried that humiliating moment, yet he remembers. Thanks, but no need. I'll keep you posted. You rush home, shower in a haze, then throw on something comfortable before sledding into a waiting Uber. Of course, you don't forget to text Soren. On my way now. Great, babe. We're waiting for you. The word "we" sends an involuntary ripple of unease through you until you remember. Right, just him and the dog, like always. Tonight you won't tolerate any distractions, no excuses, no turning back. Since Soren's place is quite far from the city center, you have plenty of time during this journey during the journey, and the question that has been weighing on your mind for days resurfaces once again. Is breaking up with him truly the right decision? If you were to bypass your indecisive reasoning and instead trust your feelings, just as you intended tonight, you would find your answer crystal clear. You no longer want to continue this relationship. There is something wrong here, something that simply feels wrong to you. Just then your phone buzzes with a notification pulling you from your thoughts. Assuming it's a message from your boyfriend, you reach for your phone. The name flashes across the screen and makes your heart involuntarily quicken its pace. Lars, your ex-boyfriend. Or rather, the ex-boyfriend who has been creeping into your thoughts more and more often lately. Hey, it's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Sorry if I'm bothering you. I just wanted to know if you're coming to the party tomorrow. As you read the message, an inexplicable thrill rises within you. Knowing Lars' fondness for crowded, lively gatherings, and the fact that he shares mutual friends with Mia, whose birthday is tomorrow, you're certain he'll be there. But what puzzles you is why, after all these months of silence, his first message is about this. You have no idea. Should you respond? No. I wouldn't either, low-key. Your fingers hesitate over the screen, your inner voice whispering that it would be a mistake. Yet another part of you burns to know has he really moved on, and arches and aches to answer him. Nah, girl, don't text him. He's your ex for a reason. You slip your phone back into your pocket and look out the window. Right now, you have neither the time nor the energy to respond to the message, or to dwell on what might be going through Lars's mind. You know the reason he's been creeping back into your thoughts lately is because of the emotional void and anxiety stirred by your decision to end things with Soren. You experienced this pattern in relationships too, in past relationships too. But the past needs to stay where it belongs, behind you. Yes, girl! Snaps. As you step out the Uber, you notice that the light patter of the raindrops tapping against the car window has turned into steady downpour. Seeing how dark the sky has grown, you check the time on your phone, only to realize you're running later than you thought. The realization sends a ripple of tension through you. You pick up the pace, crossing the small garden of Soren's house, and an old but sturdy looking 2-story detached home. Its renovations perpetually postponed. You rush beneath a pergola at the entrance. What the fuck is a pergola? Doing your best to shield yourself from the rain. As you press the doorbell, you take a moment to notice how the neighborhood, made up entirely of small detached houses, remains just as calm and as quiet as ever, rain or not. Soon the muffled noises of footsteps and distant dog barks pierce through the hum of the rain. The door swings open and there he is. Oh, his old sweater! Despite the difference in your height, he leans forward just enough for you to clearly see his warm smile spreading across his face. I like his sweater. Welcome, love. Come on in. Don't get any wetter.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What?
He steps aside to let you in, and as you cross the threshold, the familiar warmth of the house wraps around you. The contrast between it and the cold, and the cool, damp air outside, or perhaps the weight of what's about to happen, sends a faint shiver down your spine. Just then, Soren closes the door swiftly behind you and turns to face you. I don't want to be mean. I'll give him a hug. In this moment, everything feels so ordinary, like one of your many quiet, pleasant evenings together as you find yourself instinctively wrapping your arms around his waist. Soren pulls you gently into him, resting your head lightly against his chest as he murmurs, I hope you didn't get too cold. You're not dressed for this weather. Oh, I forgot to check the forecast. You think, not for the first time, that in moments like this, he sounds more like a concerned parent than a boyfriend. Thunder. Still, you don't exactly mind it right now. The kind of tender attention exactly what you need to ease your nerves. Girl, if he does that for you, don't leave him. If he makes your nerves go down, I think he's the right person. Even if considering the reason of your nerves is that you're planning to break up with him, this gesture feels more than a little unfair. Luckily, before the guilt can really take hold, Soren decides you've warmed up enough and gently lets go of you. Oh, look at the little iPad! Oh my god! I want him. I'm gonna steal him. I'm gonna steal her. God, she's so cute. Just then, the dog trots over to the door, where you're both standing, her tiny body trembling with excitement as she begins to growl at you with surprising volumes for her size. Oh, that scared me. You noticed the wet mark around her mouth and immediately understood Soren must have tried to distract her with food before opening the door, hoping to soften her mood. But clearly she couldn't be bothered to finish her snack when the opportunity to antagonize you was too tempting. Are you leaving him just because the dog doesn't like you? Girl, be fucking for real. You missed Pixel too, didn't you, Princess? Princess is a small, greedy, one-eyed Chihuahua mix that Soren adopted, though he refuses to admit it. She absolutely has anger issues. Truthfully, with her temperament and her eye patch she wears, Pirate would have been far more fitting of a name. Don't mind her. She always gets a little sensitive after the vet. Oh, of course, no problem. But you know damn well it has nothing to do with the vet. She despises you from the moment you met, for reasons you've never understood. Not that you can say that to Soren, but somehow still believes his princess is the sweetest, gentlest dog alive. Luckily, as long as he's around, her hatred doesn't escalate beyond bare teeth and growls. So as you both head into the living room, she settles for glaring daggers at your back. Ask about the dog. Princess is completely fine, right? As always, his eyes soften the moment his dog is mentioned. Yes, definitely. She ate something she shouldn't have, as you can see. She's already back to her usual self. Even though you and this tiny angry dog don't exactly get along, you still feel relieved by his words, especially after remembering how anxious he was last night. I'm glad it wasn't anything serious. You were really worried. Soren nods in a slightly sheepish smile. Tongue twister. Pulls at the corner of his lips. Yeah, I guess I panicked, thinking I might actually lose her. I must have ruined your night too. Hopefully tonight's dinner makes up for it. No, please don't say that. Except you're right. You already know Soren would never shut his dog in another room, so you resign yourself to this uncomfortable arrangement. After all, this is likely your last evening here. But the puppy is so cute. You hope you can muster enough patience to endure a few more hours of this. Just then, as if you're reading your thoughts, he comes to your rescue. It's almost Princess's bedtime. She'll head to her bed soon. The moment you step into the living room, the mouth-watering aroma of fried ribs spills out from the kitchen, wrapping around you. A single glance at the table tells you everything. The carefully arranged plates, the candles casting their warm glow, your favorite wine chilling in an ice bucket. Oh my god, girl, he just treating you so well. It's painfully clear how much effort Soren put into this dinner, and the guilt inside you swells just a little bit more. I don't want to break up with him. How many of your exes have ever cooked a meal like this for you? Better question, how many ever cooked for you at all? Not reheated leftovers, not takeout, cooked. Was there even one among them who appreciated a meal you prepared? Maybe the real problem isn't the relationship, but your own feelings. Girl, it might be. I mean, like, I agree. Maybe what you should do is silence those unreliable emotions. The ones that keep dragging you into the wrong relationships, and finally listen to logic. Maybe instead of breaking up with Soren, you should be proposing to him. Why would Soren accept a proposal from someone like you? He has a better job, a nicer house, a reliable car, a beloved dog, hobbies that fulfill him, and a life that seems to be going perfectly well. Meanwhile, you have nothing but a job you constantly complain about, a few old friends, weak family ties, and a bunch of trauma and debt left over from the past relationships. The only things you can offer him are your rather feeble love compared to his, a bit of charm, and a whole lot of chatter. No, you're being too harsh on yourself. You just want to remind yourself of a truth, that's all. Unlike your previous partners, you've never understood what exactly keeps him in this relationship. Could this be what they call true love? Honestly, you really don't think so. Whatever it is that draws him to you, you're sure it's something that could fade, run out, or diminish in any moment. If that happens later, it'll be even worse for both of you, so the best thing is to end it now. Why does he look so annoyed? I've just been standing here, brother. You quickly jump in, trying to come up with an excuse for your unusually long silence caused by your thoughts. Everything looks amazing. Even such a simple phrase is enough to make his eyes light up. Oh, he's happy now. I'm so glad you like it. The food's almost ready. Do you need any help? No need, darling. I've got it. Just please sit and relax for a bit. You must be tired from trying to make it in time for dinner. You've forgotten all about being late since he hadn't said a word about it until now. But now, this subtle remark from Soren is enough to unsettle your peace. What little of it may still be left. You quickly begin crafting several possible explanations in your head for why you were late. Ones that don't involve the birthday party tomorrow, and that he is unlikely to question. But he doesn't give you a chance to lie. After checking on his dog, who has now gone to her bed in the corner, Soren smiles at you and disappears down the hallway. While you wait for him, maybe you could do something. I'm gonna go to the kitchen. Even though Soren didn't ask for your help, you feel it wouldn't be right just to sit back and relax while he prepares something for you in the kitchen. Besides, it's your last evening together. Of course, your presence of the dog still curled up in the bed yet clearly alert might have also influenced your decision. As his footsteps fade down the hallway, you leave the living room and follow him into his spacious, airy kitchen. Nothing like small open kitchen in your studio apartment. The moment you step inside, you're startled by the sight of the kitchen table. You're startled by the sight of the kitchen table lined with mezes, salads, and other dishes. Soren, really, you didn't have to go through all this trouble. He, standing at the corner with his back to you, turns his head at the sound of your voice. You told me lately you've been skipping meals because of work. We need to take care of your nutrition, darling. I don't want you getting sick. Oh, you can't remember when you said that to him. Probably just slipped out during one of your usual phone rants about how your boss dumps all the work on you. Yet somehow he always seems to care more about the things you say than what you do. Your voice quivers slightly as you speak. It's very thoughtful, thank you. Don't mention it, darling. You know, I always enjoy doing things for you, so don't worry about anything tonight. Just enjoy it. I'm gonna offer to help still. Driven by a definite need to ease your guilt, you jump in. I want to help. I can chop those spinach leaves, for example. He lifts his head from the bowl. He's mixing ingredients in and glances at the bunch of spinach he points to, smiling. Think we already have enough spinach for the salad, darling. Just having you here is enough for me. But if you really insist, I appreciate it if you could tidy up a bit. Especially if you could put those spinach leaves back in the fridge before they spoil any further. Oh, of course! You're relieved to have something to do, but you begin putting away the items that have been in the meal prep and then forgotten. At the very least, you put... Sorry, this is very distracting sounds. At the very least, you hope that after everything is over, you leave his house, you'll have shortened the painful phrase when Soren cleans up and feels like all of his efforts were for nothing. Meanwhile, your eyes are drawn to the small pile of knives stacked haphazardly at the far end of the table. They're clearly large, broad, and sturdy. No doubt about that. But you can't quite imagine what they'd be used for in a normal kitchen. Despite how solid they look, the knives seem quite old, judging by their worn-out handles and dulled sheen. They've definitely been used many times. Even without leaning in too close, you can smell the harsh scent of the cleaning chemicals that's clinging to them. Huh. Listen, if I'm trying to keep my life, I wouldn't ask, but I'm curious, and this isn't real life, so I'm gonna ask. Unable to contain your curiosity, you call out to him, who still has his back to you. What are those knives for? He doesn't look happy. Caught off guard by the sudden question, he turns towards you with the pan still in his hand. Oh no! And I go, what? Huh? Oh, those are my grandfather's butcher's knives. Whenever he closed the shop, he sold most of the large tools and machines, but he kept the knives because he loved them. You slightly touch the sharp edge of one of the blades with your finger. They seem pretty sharp. Do you use them often? He chuckles softly and returns the pans at the stove. They still come in handy from time to time for sure, but mostly I just clean them now and then and keep them for sentimental reasons. Let me handle them, sweetheart. You might hurt yourself. You're right, I'm clumsy enough as it is. Heeding his warning, you back away from the knives and open the fridge door to put away the last few items of the table. As you do, your attention is drawn to the top shelf, packed with plastic-wrapped packages of meat. This sounds like a Dahmer situation. It's clear he recently stocked up, but there's a problem. Only a few packages seem storm-bought. Most of them don't have any type of label indicating date, type, or weight. Chill runs down your spine. One of the mouth-watering smell filling the kitchen right now is coming from one of those packages. Where did you get this meat, Soren? I don't see any dates on them. You can't stop your voice from trembling slightly. They're fresh cuts from a butcher, I trust. There's absolutely nothing to worry about, sweetheart. I'd never poison you. You're always safe with me. Bitch, I didn't say anything! Oh, that's not what I meant. Your cheeks flush involuntarily. You feel embarrassed, as if a secret had just slipped out. The memory is still fresh. Your mother, who was never fond of cooking and taking care of you and your sister, once poisoned you both with the expired food while trying to prove something to your constant criticizing father. That's sad. It was something you never told anyone, not even Soren. Trying to brush it off, you move past the odd moment. You say the first thing that comes to mind. You've definitely been eating a lot of meat lately. Just trying to stick to my diet. What's your diet? Humans? Is your diet human beings? With the new weight training I've started. So tell me, do you think it's paying off? I doubt I can give a proper answer with that sweater on. Are you getting me worked up, girl? Stop! The words slip out before you can stop them, and you immediately regret your thoughtless remark, but his response catches you even more off guard. I could take it off if you like. I mean, no. No, don't. I'm trying to break up with you. As your gaze shifts to him, you catch something intense in his eyes. You feel a rush of heat start in your belly and spread throughout your body. That period has been unusually long for you, yet you never thought of it as strange. Soren has always been more reserved and understanding than your previous boyfriends, and intimacy was never a big part of your relationship. But now you notice he's being more forward than ever. Unless you're gonna burn the mate. Your voice trails off toward the end of the sentence, fading into silence. It feels like your reasoning is clashing with your impulses, but before you can tell which side is winning, he turns off the stone with a teasing smile and walks towards you. What did I do? As the distance between you vanishes, his hands slide to your waist, pulling you toward him. His lips touch your neck. You forget everything for a moment, including your pain to break up with him. So bro's being very forward right now. His warm lips travel up your neck to your ear, traveling lightly, biting your earlobe, sending a hot shiver down your spine as he whispers, "I'll take it off after dinner, that way I won't have to put it back on." Okay, freaky bro, what's the meat in the fridge? That's what I want to know right now. The mention of dinner triggers alarm bells in your head just like that. You manage to pull yourself away from him and his effect on you, at least for now. He, as if he wasn't trying to seduce you moments ago, continues the natural tone. "If you want, we can sit down before the meat gets cold." "Sure." You pause for a moment before leaving the kitchen, trying to make sense of what just happened. Your final dinner with Soren begins like any other, despite the tension churning inside you. As the scent of the warm lamb chops he just served reaches your nose, you realize you're actually hungry. He takes his seat across from you at the table and offers an encouraging smile. "Please try it. I hope you like it." Am I eating my ex-boyfriend right now? I hope not. That'd be fucking crazy if that was what's going on. Is he tracking my phone? Imagine theory already. He's tracking my phone. Okay? He knows that my ex-boyfriend messaged me, but I ignored it. And he killed ex-boyfriend. I don't think he could have done that in like an hour. I don't know. This is a fictional game. Who knows? After everything he's done to prepare this for you, there's no way you could refuse. You pick up a fork under his attentive gaze and bring one of the pre-sliced pieces to your mouth. You don't need to be a gourmet to know this is perfection. The crispiness of the outside and tenderness of the juicy center, the way every spice is balanced just right. You've always known he was skilled in the kitchen, but this is flawless. Absolutely perfect. I've never had anything like it in my life. He doesn't just react to the compliment itself. What satisfies him even more is what he sees in your face, in your eyes. Even in the soft glow of the candlelight, he can tell the emotion welling up behind his gaze. Smiling, he leans forward to refill your wine glass. "I'm glad to hear that, love." For the next minute or so, the only sounds of rain tapping against the window and your utensils against the plate. Even Princess is absent, granting you both a moment of rare privacy. Continue eating. I don't know why I didn't have a second option there. Your gaze drifts towards the window, noticing the rain outside has picked up. The thought of car journey in this weather begins to feel more and more unappealing. Besides, you're not exactly eager to leave this warm, peaceful home and return to your own small and chaotic studio apartment. You decide to the breakup conversation could wait a little longer. What? That's all that's out right now? Okay, I really liked this. I really liked this game. It was very fun. Okay. So, this was How to Break Up with Your Yandere Boyfriend, guys. This will be definitely marked as a part 1. I will love to play a part 2 to this game. I love how it was. I think it's a very, very fun game, and I like the concept of like the little sprinkles of serial killer vibes. Because, girl, I watch too much true crime, but those knives that have a lot of cleaning supply smell on them, and the meat that is unlabeled in his fridge screams serial killer. So, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day, night, or evening. So, bye-bye.